If you feel mentally exhausted, it's really difficult to stay disciplined, to stick to your healthy habits, to stay motivated, and also to keep away distractions. That's why it's so essential to restore your mental energy before it gets depleted. And also make sure that you remove anything from your environment that sucks up your precious energy. That's why in this video I share with you my favorite strategies that work best for me to restore my mental energy and keep it that way for most of the day. Now for me, I'm really highly sensitive to my energy levels and I need to refuel them more often than other people. That's why I've come up with all these strategies that help me restore it. So what I've done, I've basically set up my daily routine, my work routine, my personal life routine in a way so that I'm constantly restoring mental energy, and also I have removed all the energy suckers from my environment. And it starts with the first thing I do when I wake up in the morning and when I notice that suddenly my mind is rebooting and the first thoughts are coming in. Now sometimes those thoughts might be related to the work I have to do or certain deadlines that I have to meet. So it can be thoughts that already raise my levels of stress and anxiety, which also means they reduce my mental energy. So what I do first thing in the morning is to rebalance my thoughts towards positive intentions that I have for my life, that I have for the day, and rest in them and feel how I want to feel the joy I want to feel and the confidence I want to feel and the presence and the peace and the calmness, and make that my default state before I even get out of bed. Now the time when I get out of bed to when I start to work, it's really crucial towards keeping your mental energy levels high. This also means I don't look at my phone, I don't check my messages, I don't read the news, I don't expose myself to any signal or source of information from the environment that can suck a lot of my mental energy and attention away. Instead, my main practice is to keep the attention and the energy inside myself. So I constantly practice mindfulness, constantly returning my attention back to my senses. And any activities I do in the morning, like brushing my teeth, taking a shower, all of these I use to practice mindfulness meditation. Then for breakfast and basically anything I eat during the day, the main purpose of it is to restore my energy levels and keep them high. And the best food I've found for myself that's able to do this is to consume a variety of plant-based, mostly not processed food. Because this type of food is the most nutritious, has the most minerals, the most vitamins, and all the other things my body needs to function at the optimum level. This also means I don't consume any alcohol, I don't consume any processed sugar, because processed sugar and alcohol can directly mess up the neural connections in your brain. That's why for breakfast I eat things like strawberries, blueberries, raspberries, and oats, banana, cinnamon, and mix all of them together in some sort of drink that provides me with a lot of nutrients, also with a lot of antioxidants to fight off those free radicals that also further might inhibit my energy system. Then after I had this breakfast, then I still don't start work. I still have 1 hour set aside to engage in an activity that I'm truly passionate about, that truly gives meaning to me, that really moves me, that really mentally satisfied me. And that's not necessarily related to anything at work. You could also refer to it as my passion. And for me, that's writing on my next book, which is something I really love to do. And I know when I've spent this hour writing that my energy levels have risen. So if there's something that you love to do, that you really enjoy doing, then make sure to make it part of your regular routine. Now, it doesn't need to be the first thing in the morning or before work. It can be after work, throughout the day, whenever it fits into your schedule. And if you find it challenging to identify in the first place even such an activity, I suggest you check out this video where I walk you through a process and how you can quickly identify something you're passionate about. Now, when I then start work, what I always do is take a break every 25 minutes. I've tested out different time frames, taking a break every hour, every 2 hours, every 30 minutes even, but I found to be 25 minutes the best time period for me, because if I would extend the time period longer, I would feel more exhausted. And taking a break, even for just 5 minutes, already restores a lot of my mental energy. And that's why I set a timer of like 25 minutes whenever I sit down at my desk to work. And whenever the timer goes up, my job is to immediately detach from work, get up. Now, when I take the break, I get up, I walk around, I refuel my tea, my water, I spend a few minutes outside, look at the trees, look at the plants. Anything that is not work, anything that helps me restore my energy levels. So I don't check the news, so I still don't check my messages. I still have my phone in airplane mode, and I don't check the inboxes at all. Only in the evening, after everything is done, that's when I spend a few minutes to see if there are any messages that require my response. And I've even decluttered and optimized my phone to allow me to maintain a high level of mental energy by removing most of the apps. You see, I don't have a lot of apps on there. Like, this is my personal phone. I only have weather apps that I use for hiking. And I also have tracking apps and a map for hiking and some music. And that's basically it. And some flashlight. That's all I have on this phone. So no games, no social media apps, nothing of that kind. And I actually have a second phone that I use for work-related tasks and for checking social media. And that phone I only use at certain periods of the day when it's really required, or when I have some time and all the most important work is done. But even there, you see, right, there are not many apps on it. And there are a few social media apps like Instagram, Facebook Messenger, but that's basically it. I don't have any games, any news apps, any of that kind. And also, all notifications on my both phones are always turned off, and they're mostly in airplane mode for 23 hours of the day. So putting a phone in airplane mode, turning off all notifications, and even deleting a lot of the apps and decluttering the space on your phone can already free up a lot of mental energy. Another thing that really helps me refuel my mental energy when the first half of my workday is over, like during lunch, is to sit down or to lie down even, and to listen to an audiobook for 20 minutes, and even to meditate or to take a nap. And I still don't check my phone. I still don't read any messages. I still don't read the news during lunch, because I know all of these things will waste and take away a lot of my mental energy. And for me, lunchtime is an opportunity to restore my mental energy levels. And again, for lunch, my food is plant-based because the function of it is to restore my mental energy levels. And I know certain foods that are really helpful with that. Now you might have to test out a few different things for yourself. But for me, I noticed switching from eating a lot of animal products and processed food to eating mostly plant-based, unprocessed food has already done a lot to keep and restore my energy levels. And I also, a few times, I get my blood checked to see if there are any lacks in nutrients. I also make sure to get my blood tested regularly to see if I lack any nutrients. And so far, I've been eating only plants for 5 years. And I'm able to cover all the nutrients my body needs through the food. And I only take supplement for vitamin B12, which you take 2 times a week. And also I take on some omega-3 oil, which is also really helpful for your brain functions. So after lunch, I'm restored back at a high mental energy level and I engage back in work. And then after around 2 more hours, on 3 to 4 o'clock, I take another break. And this break is larger. It's usually 30 to 45 minutes, even up to an hour, where I spend time in nature. So this means just walking through the nearest forest, or it means to go on my bicycle and cycle around. And I noticed that when I spend the 30 to 45 minutes in nature, that my energy levels are rebalanced, restored. And this could be from the air that I'm breathing in the forest, it's just fresh air, or just the quietness, the solitude, and that my thoughts are more present and more positive. And also just looking at all the green colors is already refreshing by itself. Another thing that really helps me to keep my energy levels for my brain really high is to make most of my decisions based on my intuition and not overanalyzing everything, not overthinking anything, because you probably have this experience yourself that this is quite exhausting when you overanalyze any decisions. And there are so many decisions you may have to make this day or in the next few weeks or months, and if you agonize over them, it's so exhausting. And if you want to learn how to tune into your intuition more, and I suggest you check out this video where I'll go through a process and how you can train yourself to rely more and tune into and connect with the gut feeling and that intuition so it can make your decisions faster. Now, if you're already through most of my daily routine, you've probably noticed how it's set up to constantly restore my mental energy. And what's left now is sleep. And to fall asleep fast, and by the time I want to fall asleep, which is 11 p.m., there are a few things that I noticed that are really helpful. First of all, stop working 3 hours before I want to fall asleep. Stop eating anything 3 hours before I want to fall asleep, and also reduce the lighting in my rooms that I'm exposed myself to. Also, don't watch anything that is too crazy, right? No, I don't watch any series that have cliffhangers, don't watch any action movies, anything that really stimulate my mind. So I usually watch some relaxing nature documentaries and listen to some audiobooks. And my sleep time is usually 7.5 hours. That's really somehow what my body needs to wake up refreshed and with my mental energy fully restored. However, it can vary for you. It might be 7 hours, it might even be 9 hours. So you really need to find the sweet spot. So which of those strategies to restore my mental energy did you enjoy the most? Also, what are some things that you find that work for you to restore your mental energy? Let me know and leave a comment below this video. Also, if you'd like to receive more of these videos, I suggest you hit the subscribe button in this corner of the video.